common softwares, architecture, interior, product, UX, graphic design, things like that. And I'm also going to tell you guys from where you can get the softwares. Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you don't know me, hi, my name is Anvi and I make videos straight to fashion, lifestyle, DIY, vlogs, design and all the good stuff. So please subscribe to my channel if you're interested. So this video is going to be all about the softwares that you should use if you're a designer. Now, I'm not a pro at this. Yes, I have studied in a design college for 5 years, such a flex, but I am just making this video out of my experience and out of the softwares that I have used, what has worked for me, what has not, MacBook, Windows, all those sorts of things I'm going to be covering. And I'm also going to tell you guys from where you can get the softwares, but it's my experience, yours can be different. If it is different, maybe let's have a chat in the comments and discuss it. This video is basically divided into like different sections. So common softwares, architecture, interior, product, UI, UX, graphic design, things like that. So without further ado, let's begin the video. We are going to start with common softwares, and these are the softwares that all designers have to use, be it graphic, product, architecture, whatever. So the first one is Photoshop. Photoshop comes in handy for creating any sorts of visuals really, especially if you have to like remove the background or erase something from a photo, or change a color or something like that. In those cases, Photoshop is really handy. In terms of if you're really studying the design field, Photoshop is handy if you have to make like a poster for your work, or if you're in architecture and you have to put colors into your sections and plans. So for that, and obviously for graphic design, Photoshop is a big thing. I'm going to talk about all the Adobe ones first, and then I'm going to tell you how to get them. The second one is Illustrator. Now a lot of people must be confused, Photoshop versus Illustrator, kya lena chahiye? So the main difference is that Illustrator is a vector software. It makes your graphics in a vector. By vector, I mean that in simple language, it will not get pixelated no matter how big or small it is. So that's the main difference. But in terms of working, Illustrator is more for like literally if you have to illustrate something, like if you have to draw something, Illustrator comes really handy for that. But what I feel is a drawback for Illustrator is that background erase nahi hota is the biggest thing for me. Photoshop, I would say, as the name suggests, is more for photos, while Illustrator is more for illustrations. Make some quick sketches for your architecture or interior designs, or if you have to make some posters, make some graphics for some posters. So Illustrator is really handy for all of that. Then the third one is Adobe InDesign. So InDesign, I think, is something that everybody should use because all the designers have to make a portfolio, and using InDesign for a portfolio is so easy. It has like this what do you call it, master page, जिसमें तुमने एक उसमें डाल दिया तो हर पेज पे आ जाता है वो, so you don't have to keep rewriting the title or the footnote. वो एक बार डाल दो सब में आ जाता है, and it's like super user friendly in terms of putting page numbers, putting table of contents, in terms of especially क्या बोलते हैं उसको, alignment. For alignment, I feel like InDesign is super user friendly. तुम फटाफट guides डाला, align हो गया, done, good to go. So I like InDesign for that. And another thing that I really like in general about these three softwares in the Adobe suite is that it's all interlinked. So if you have put a photo in InDesign and it's actually linked to a Photoshop file, as soon as you make a change in that Photoshop file and export it again, the InDesign photo will automatically be changed. So that is super helpful. Yeah, I think that's for the Adobe software. Now how to get them? If you don't want to spend money, crack it, which is what everybody does as a student, because किसी के पास पैसे नहीं होते. So unless your university is sponsoring it and has the money for it, you have to crack it, get it cracked from various places. Next common software is Autodesk Sketchbook. If you like illustrating by hand, great, good for you. If you want to make digital illustrations, I think Autodesk Sketchbook is really nice, or an alternative is Procreate. I think whichever one you are used to. I haven't used Procreate that much, I will not lie, so I'm not sure how great that is, but I've seen a lot of people create some really cool graphics and illustration on Procreate, while I have used Autodesk Sketchbook mostly for like preliminary sketches or product sketches, especially because it has like that those rulers, those perspective guidelines and all those things. So that makes it really easy, and that is absolutely free, my friends. So that's the great thing about it. We love free things. Moving on to interior architecture softwares. First, basic, of course, AutoCAD. Everybody uses AutoCAD if you're an interior designer or an architect, and AutoCAD has a student version, if I'm not wrong, so you should check it out and use the student version for as long as you can, because that's the easiest. But if you don't know and I have to give an introduction, I would say AutoCAD is used to make working drawings for houses, buildings, interior architecture stuff. So AutoCAD is used for making drawings basically. Now once the 2D drawings are done, which you do on AutoCAD, you need a 3D software. So you use either SketchUp or Rhino. Again, it's a debate, SketchUp better or Rhino. The major difference is that SketchUp you cannot make curves very accurately. You can only do that on Rhino. So Rhino is much more precise, much more accurate, while SketchUp is, I would say, much more friendly for interior architecture people, because it's easy to like build blocks, and you're done. Rhino is more useful for product people, because उसमें तुम precise products with all the curves and this and that तुम बना सकते हो Rhino में. And the best thing is that Rhino में you can export its 2D drawings also, so I really like that. I think SketchUp में भी तुम कर सकते हो, but I can't remember for sure, so if you know, tell me in the comments. So yeah, and SketchUp is free on web, but if you have to download the software, it's paid, so crack it, my friends. Next, for rendering, once you've made the 3Ds, you need to render it. So rendering, I have faced an issue with all my college life, because I had a freaking MacBook, and MacBook doesn't support a lot of rendering softwares. So the basic one that everybody used to use in my college was Lumion, which is very useful for Windows, but I have heard that it takes a lot of space and a lot of capacity from your laptop, तो बहुत heavy हो जाता है, crash हो जाता है. But Lumion renders look really nice. What I used to use was V-Ray, which works on Mac, or Twinmotion. Again, V-Ray is not user friendly. It's extremely precise और तुम्हें बहुत समझ के करना पड़ता है वो. Twinmotion on the other hand was way better, user friendly, and it was free as far as I remember. But a software that I discovered towards the end of my college life was Enscape, and that is really cool for rendering. I think it also has a Mac version now, जो उन्होंने अभी recently release किया है. But otherwise I used to use it on my friends जिनके पास Windows laptop था. But I used to love Enscape. If you ask me, I think Enscape was my favorite. Coming to proper product softwares, as I said, for 3D modeling, Rhino. For 2D sketches, AutoCAD you can also use for product, and for specific product rendering, Keyshot. Keyshot is amazing for product renders. It gives you like really cool materials and really cool backdrops and precise lighting. So Keyshot was really nice, and it works on MacBook, but you have to crack it. Another software that is super useful for product designers is SolidWorks. SolidWorks is just all-round software. It has 2D drawings, it has 3D modeling, it has like proper working drawings also, कि तुमने उसको 2D बनाया, 3D बनाया, working drawing कर दी. So it's like an all-in-one software जिसमें तुम बहुत अच्छे से, बहुत precisely अपनी drawings बना सकते हो. And SolidWorks is also paid, but I will write it here and confirm it. Next is graphic designers. Now, a lot of people would say कि Canva, just use Canva for graphic design, which really irritates me, because I have spent 5 years of my life learning Photoshop and Illustrator, and when people use Canva over it, it really annoys me. But I kind of get it. To get like the work done quicker, you can use Canva, because it has like super cool templates and elements, and तुम्हें बार-बार PNG download करके उसको डालना नहीं पड़ता, तुम direct elements ले सकते हो. So that's really cool, and you can make videos, GIFs, photos, Instagram posts, everything on Canva. So that's nice. So if you want easy work, you can use Canva. But what does happen in Canva is that everything starts to look the same eventually, because everybody's using the same elements and the same templates. So if you want something unique and precise, I would suggest Photoshop or Illustrator. Another thing that is great for graphic designers that I recently started using is Adobe Firefly. Guys, it's an AI software. It takes quite a few hit and tries to get the prompts right and get exactly what you want, but it does the job. Something that is a drawback for Firefly is that उसको humans नहीं बनाने आते. So humans बनाने को बोलो कि वो उल्टे सीधे टांग हाथ पैर दे देगा, तो humans में it's not that accurate. But for other things like logos और तुम monument की photo डाल दो और उसको बोलो कि you know put in this graphic style and those sorts of things, it's really good for. For service design, Figma, I have recently started using it and it's amazing. I haven't used like its UI UX version, but I have heard that it lets you design proper apps, wireframes and website wireframes and all of those things, and it has some really cool plugins. So you guys should definitely try Figma. And Figma also has a Fig Jam, which is like that online what do you call it, jamming board, जिसमें you can collaborate with other people. And the best part about Figma is that number one, it's free. It has a pro version, but the free one does the job pretty well. Number two, you can collaborate with people while working on it. So usually when you work in a group and you're working on Illustrator, you have to, one person has to work on it and then तुम्हें files back and forth करनी पड़ती है. But with Figma, multiple people can work on the same graphic together, so that's great. So yeah, I think that was it from my list of softwares. If you guys know any other softwares that I've missed out, please comment down below. Let's have a chat, let's help everybody else. And yeah, this video was basically for beginners. जो pros होंगे उनको तो और भी बहुत softwares पता होंगे. And I know I've left out a few like Blender and ZBrush and things like that, but that's because मैं उसके expert नहीं हूँ, so I don't want to give an opinion on it. But obviously there are more better softwares out there. So yeah, I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, don't forget to like, share, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you next time.